Here's what we know. This game is shaping up to be an absolute smash hit. The launch was successful. It was the biggest digital launch of all time. They had double year-over-year on PC sales. It was #1 on Twitch. It had the highest player count and user engagement of the current console generation. So by any metric, this has been a very successful launch. And I think that the important thing is that this game will deliver high margin revenue not only through this holiday quarter, but also into next year.
So why isn't Wall Street loving it? Why aren't they lapping it up?
So Activision put out a press release this morning that suggested, the headline number said that this game did $500 million. Actually, it said that it did over $500 million of sales in its first weekend, and I think that was maybe a little underwhelming. Now they left a little wiggle room there by saying that it did over 500 million. So we don't know if it did 500 million or 700 million. But the subtext is that they put out the same press release last year that said also over 500 million. So the read is that this game is flat when every other data point is suggesting significant growth.
You know, this is a group, and we're showing the year-to-date performance that has some pretty stellar performance from Activision and Take-Two at least. Take-Two is going to launch Red Dead Redemption 2, if I've got that right, October 26th. And I'm wondering how anticipated is that? Are we going to see sort of the same sell the news reaction given what we've seen in a lot of the high growth, top performing stocks across the market? And that is, in times of volatility, they're being used as an ATM.
Well, look, the difference today with these games, we don't agree with the sell the news strategy on these games anymore. The important thing about Red Dead is not only is this a very hotly anticipated game, but the important thing is that this is the type of game that will deliver high margin revenue not only this year, but for the next 5 years. That's why we want to own this stock. So if you sell the news on day one when this thing launches, you're missing out on the whole point of this game, which is it's transforming Take-Two into a more recurring and more profitable and more predictable revenue model. We like this stock. The strategy for launch feels great with Red Dead. This is a game that's coming from a developer called Rockstar. This is the team behind Grand Theft Auto 5. Grand Theft Auto 5 was the biggest selling entertainment release of all time, sold over 100 million units, accounted for over 40% of revenue 5 years after launch, 40% of Take-Two's revenue over 5 years after launch. Red Dead, we don't expect. Red Dead is not Grand Theft Auto, but it is a hotly anticipated game. Gamers know of its lineage coming out of Rockstar.
Talk to me about Fortnite and whether Fortnite is helping or siphoning players and money away from these games.
Well, look, it's a great question, Tyler. It's been the question of 2018. We have been arguing that Fortnite has expanded the market. It has lit an absolute fire under the console market. This base is energized. Game launches are coming out, and they are all setting records, from Ubisoft's Far Cry 5 to Capcom's Monster Hunter to Assassin's Creed from Ubisoft and now Call of Duty from Activision. While Fortnite is still 140 million downloads and appears to be on track to exceed $2 billion in revenue, there's room for other games, and we'll be watching it closely. But the early read is that all the holiday titles that are coming out, Assassin's Creed and Call of Duty, appear to be performing very well. But I want to be clear, Call of Duty is not a Fortnite killer. Fortnite is a free game. Will have a different audience profile than a game like Call of Duty Black Ops 4, which costs $60.